and welcome to the installation video for YouBackTube Software. When you download your package, you should unzip the full package, and inside the full package that you've downloaded you will see a README first file, which is an HTML file, and you will see the zipped upload package. You should also unzip the upload package. I have mine here. Yours might look a little different because mine's a raw file. But once you've unzipped it, you'll have the open files, and there's all the files for YouBackTube and the folders and directories. So you'd upload all these files and directories into your desired folder or directory on your hosting account or your web server. Okay, so when you unzip the folder that you download when you purchase the software, you'll get the zipped package inside that you're going to upload all the files inside that, and you're also going to get this README file, which is this page here. Okay, on this page it gives you some recommendations for zip file manager if you don't have one, and then it gives you the quick 4 steps to installing the software. You can follow along by reading your README first file. If you've installed PHP software before, you're probably very aware of what you need to do, so you can just go ahead and do it from the README first file right here in your package. Just 4 steps, which I'm sure you're able to do. For those of you not so computer savvy or have maybe never installed PHP software before, don't worry, it's very easy, and I'm going to walk you through the entire thing. So if you need help besides this video, you can go to our knowledge base. There's a link here on the README first file. Okay, and you can log into your client area to get your VendorLock software affiliate ID for YouBackTube software, so you can enter your affiliate ID so your affiliate sales page will automatically use your link in the button so you can make money off the software. Okay, this video you're watching now, if you need to watch it again, is available from the link right here in your README first file. Okay, so we're going to complete the 4 steps now in this file. For those of you that are well schooled in PHP software installations, you can dive ahead. You can dive in, jump ahead, go to the file here, follow these 4 steps, and you'll be set up in no time. So the first thing you want to do is unzip the package, which I've shown you here. Okay, so you unzip the folder like that. Okay, and you can do that with 7-zip, which I've got a download link for you here. If you don't have the zip file manager, you can use WinZip or whatever you normally use to unzip zipped folders. Okay, and now there's a few ways you can upload the package to your web hosting server or your web hosting account. You could use cPanel File Manager. You could even use cPanel to unzip the package. I prefer to use FileZilla FTP client and upload it with FTP. Now I've got my server open already. This is not a video about FTP use. If you need help with FTP, please contact your hosting provider. If they have cPanel, like we do at VendorLock Hosting, you'll find that cPanel has a setup help system built in. If you go to FTP accounts, there's a link there to set up your FileZilla or other FTP client. Okay, so there's where you can go for help, for FTP help. But basically I want this directory I created. If you want to create a directory, you're going to go to your public HTML or www folder. Most cases it's public underscore HTML, and you're going to find that in your root directory on your hosting account. Okay, so that's where all your main files and folders are for your root domain. And then you'll find inside the public HTML folder, you'll find your subdomains and your add-on domains. Okay, so in the public HTML you could right click it in FileZilla and create directory, and then just name it whatever you want. Where it says new directory here, call it whatever you want to. I've already created one and I called it YouBackTube. As you can see, when I open it, it's completely empty. So I'm going to go over here to the left side, which is my computer. The right side is my hosting server. Okay, so over here I'm going to open up the folder so that I can see all the files. Okay, and I'm going to select all. I like to just click on any one and then just use control, just click on any one like that and then just hit Control A, and it'll select all the files and folders in your package. So all the files plus all the folders at the top here. The Connect folder, CSS folder, Images folder, IMG folder, all of these. And then you can drag them over. You can do it a lot of different ways. I like to just right click and use the upload link. And as you can see, it will start uploading the files and folders to your web hosting account, and it will put them in the directory you chose. In this case I'm using public HTML / YouBackTube, so my main domain is, in this case, youbacktube.com. So my installed directory here is youbacktube.com / YouBackTube. Okay, so once this is finished uploading, you're going to navigate to your installation folder and go to the install file, and let me just navigate over there for you. While that's uploading, I guess we could just go ahead and do the next step. Might as well keep things flowing here. This should only take about 2 minutes for it to upload. I'm not getting a very good Wi-Fi connection where I'm doing this video right now, so mine's going a little bit slow. So let's do the step 2. What you have to do there is create a MySQL database and user in your cPanel. Okay, so we're going to head over to cPanel. I've already got mine logged in, so you're going to log into your cPanel. You're going to go to MySQL databases. Okay, and you're going to create a new database, and you can call it whatever you want. And I'm just going to call this MyTube. MyTube. Can't type today. So I'll create the database called MyTube. So there you go. I've created a database called YouBackT, which is my cPanel user, MyTube. Okay. So once I've created the database, I'm going to create a user, MeTube. That's the new user, and I'll generate a password, copy it, click here that I've copied it, use password, wait for this to load before you click use create your user, and it will create your user. I've created my user YouBackTube_MeTube. Okay, so now that I've created the user, I'm going to add this user to a database. So I'm going to find MeTube in my list, and I'm going to add it to the MyTube database that I created. Okay, and then I'm going to hit add. It's going to ask for what type of permissions. Just click the all privileges and make changes button down here at the bottom. Okay, and then you're done. You've created your database and added a user to it. Okay, so that step is complete. If we go back to this now, what we have to do is navigate to the install_ybt.php page. Okay, let's see if my files are done uploading. Not quite, but I think the install file has uploaded, so we'll just navigate over to their install page. So I'm going to go to my domain, which is not YouTube, YouBackTube.com, and in my case I created a subdirectory called YouBackTube. Okay, and then I'm going to put the file for installation, which is called install_capital YBT YouBackTube.php. So your link to navigate to your installation page should look like your domain, the subfolder or subdirectory you created with FTP or cPanel File Manager, and then the install_YBT page. Okay, now if you just installed it in public HTML, your link would look like this and not have the folder name in there. It would just be your domain, which is public HTML basically, and then the folder, and then the file. Okay, but in my case I did create a subdirectory or subfolder, and I called it YouBackTube. Okay, so my full link is my domain / folder name, which was YouBackTube, and then / install_capital YBT.php. Okay, so once you've entered that in your address bar, just go ahead and hit enter. Once you've navigated to the page, you'll see the installer. It looks like this. Okay, so now you just have to enter the information that you got from your cPanel when you created the database. Okay, so first of all, we're going to use host address. We're just going to use localhost. In most cases, that's what you're going to use. If this doesn't work, then sometimes hosting providers have a specific socket you have to use, and you'll need to get that information from your hosting provider. But in most cases, it's just localhost. Just put the word localhost in there. Okay, and then the database username, well, that was YouBackT_me. In the database password for the user that you created. Okay, and the database name, which in my case was YouBackT_MyTube. Okay, and that's all you have to do. Just click the button and it will install YouBackTube software on your hosting account for you. We'll give you some information here, some feedback about what happened with your installation. It should say all these tables were successfully installed, and then it's going to tell you that all your tables were successfully installed, and now it's going to give you some instructions to set up your API key from Google. So we'll go ahead and do that too together here, because you just need to fill in your name. I recommend you use your real name, because not only does your name get used as just your username to log in with, nobody else gets to use this but you, it's just to log in with, but it also gets put on your affiliate page at the bottom where it says yours truly. It inserts your name, so don't put a goofy name like something with profanity in it or anything like that, because it's going to show up on your affiliate page. Okay, so make sure you use your real name, or if you don't want to use your real name, you could use something else. Just make it sound realistic. Okay, I suggest you use your real name though, it's just better, especially if you're going to market the product and try to sell YouBackTube on your affiliate page. Okay, now your password could be anything you want. Password anything. Okay, your registered YBT email. This does not have to be your license email or your vendor lock account email. This could be any email you want to use. You should use your registered one. That way, if you have a software key issue, you can remember what email you registered your software with. Okay, so go ahead and put in whatever email you registered the software with. Okay, your affiliate ID, I recommend you fill this in now. You can get it by logging into your vendor lock account and clicking on affiliates. There's a link here to do that. Okay, if you click it, it opens another page, takes you to a video and shows you how to get your affiliate links. Okay, so you can follow that link if you need more help, but basically you log into your vendor lock account. So it's going to be a 3 or 4 digit number. If it has a 0 in front of it, make sure you enter the 0. I don't think we have any zeros left in the numbers now, but whatever it is, 3 digits, 4 digits, enter it here. No matter how many digits it is, just enter it there. Okay, you don't have to, this is the one field you don't have to fill in right now, but I recommend you do, because your affiliate page is going to be live right away, and if you don't fill it in, well, people are going to click that button and go maybe buy the software anyway, and then you just lost a commission, and it's 50%. So if you sell it at the full price at $2.99, that's $150 commission every time somebody clicks, because you get 50%. So make sure you fill in your affiliate ID, folks. It's important. You're going to make a lot of money selling the software by doing that. Okay, YBT license key, you got this when you downloaded the software. You also got an email, in the email, a link to generate your software key. If you have not done that, you can do it now. Okay, so in your email that you got from your purchase, you'll get a page link that takes you here. Okay, so you can go ahead and fill in your name and your last name and your email. That's the wrong number. The domain. Now this is really important. You can only install it on one domain. Okay, so you can only do this once, and you can only pick one domain. So whatever domain you're going to install it on, you have to enter it here, and you cannot change it, so make sure you get it right. Okay, now you don't have to enter any subfolders or anything like that. I'm entering the software license as YouBackTube.com. Now I'm actually installing it on YouBackTube.com/YouBackTube, but that doesn't matter. You just put in just the domain and nothing else. Okay? And remember, to find this page, there's a link in your email to generate your software key, or to retrieve your software key, I should say. Okay, because if you've purchased it, you just need to come here. You have to have your email correct. This has to be the email that is for your vendor lock account. If you don't enter this, it'll say your license is invalid. Okay? Invoice number. You need to get this from your email that you got when you purchased the software. The email will have customer invoice in the subject line. It'll be from Vendor Lock Hosting and Software Company. Okay, so that's the email you're going to check, and you'll find your invoice number right here. Okay, it's the one that comes with the PDF for your invoice. Okay, shows that you made your payment. But your invoice number is going to be right here. Okay, and you're going to copy that number. Make sure you don't copy any spaces with it, because if there's a space at the end, it'll count that blank space as a digit and it'll say that it's invalid. So make sure you just copy just the number, not the number sign. You can even just type it, even better, 5734 in my case. So I'm going to go here and paste that in there. Make sure you don't have a space there after the number. Okay, it can't have a space. Now, this license password is just for if you have a license issue and you need to contact support. So this is your password for your license. You don't have to use this to log in to anything. It's just your password for your license. So you could make it the same as your login. You could make it something else. You could make it whatever you want. I'm just going to put password 2. This is just an example. It's not a good password. You should pick a better one, but something you can remember. Okay? Once you've filled in the information, make sure that your email is correct and matches the email that you have as your main email in your vendor lock account. Make sure that your invoice number is correct. If it's not, it will not work. Okay, those two pieces of information absolutely must be correct. Alright, and then just click the Send My Software Key button and you're done. Okay, now it offers you a chance to get my special autoresponder software and a hosting package if you click here. But let's just skip that and go to emails. Okay, and once your email arrives, it will say welcome and your name. Here's your YBT license information. And click on that email and you'll see all your important information, such as your affiliate ID. Okay, so now I can enter that. I don't have to go into my account. It's right here in this email, or I can go get it from my account. And my license key. So I'm going to copy that. Again, make sure you don't have any spaces. Okay, so I'm going to put in my license key, and in the email it also shows my affiliate ID. So I'm going to copy both of those. Affiliate ID, put that in here. Okay, so now I just need 3 last little pieces of information, and this is from information you need to get from YouTube, or from Google I should say. You need an API key for your YouTube API connection, and you need an Google Authorization Client ID plus there's a second key that goes with that called the secret key. All three of these are free and easy to get, and you just go to developers.google.com, okay? And you're just going to open an account by clicking sign in, and you're going to log in with your already existing Google account, or you can create a new one, okay? So once you have created a Google developer account, which is free and easy to get by going to developers.google.com, okay? So there's the address you want to go to, developers.google.com, to get your API key and your authorization client ID. So you just click sign in, and sign in with your already existing Google account, or create a new account, create an account down here, okay? And now I'm already logged into mine, so I'll just go over here. Now as you can see, I already have mine kind of all created already, so I don't need to create them, but I will definitely just show you how to do it. You need to create two things. You need to create a server key. You need to create a web client ID, okay, or an auth2 client ID. Alright, both easy to do. You just go to the top here and add credentials, okay? For the auth2 client ID, you just click here, and you're going to enter web application, okay? Give it a name, whatever you want, doesn't matter. And authorized redirect URLs. Okay, you're going to enter here. You can enter a few of them once you click. Once you fill in this one, it lets you add some more. Okay, and to get a list of the links you need, see, this is what happens. Your app that you're creating here in your Google account is going to redirect back to your specific pages in YouBackTube. Now, to make this easy for you, what I did was build something into the software. The installer, if I go back to the right page here, right here, there is a link. If you'd like to view your page links, you need to enter into the Google account. Click here. If you do that, it'll open a page, and it will detect any directories you've created or put the software into, but it'll generate the links, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them that you need to enter into your Google account. Okay, so you're just going to copy this link, alright, then you're going to go back to your Google account. Just going to move this over so it's easier to get at, and you're going to enter it in the authorized redirect URIs. Okay, so like that, then just hit enter, and it'll let you enter another one underneath it. So you go back to your list here, and you copy the second one. Okay, and you just got to put in all 8 of these for your, and just hit enter once you've put it in there. You have to enter all 8 of these links to allow your Google application that you just created to connect to these pages in your software. Okay, so you're just going to enter all 8 of these. Only take you a minute. I'm talking while I do it. If you're not talking, it should only take a minute. Okay, so just keep going here. Almost done. And unfortunately, this is the way Google operates now. They control the API from their side completely. The old API before Google owned YouTube was much simpler to operate. So I apologize for any inconvenience that this causes you having to enter these 8 links. but there's no other way to connect to the Google YouTube API now that they've designed it this way. You know, to be all honest though, it's actually a pretty good system, and it works really good, so I'm not really complaining about it. I'm just saying it's a little bit of a pain to do this, but it only takes a minute. Okay, so once you've got your 8 links copied and put into your application, okay, and I'm gonna give it a new name. I'm gonna call this my well, you can name it anything you want. You could name it your name. I'm gonna just call it Jeff's app. Okay, so I'm creating a web application. Gave it a name, Jeff's app. Under authorized redirect URIs, I entered all 8 of my links, and I got those links from going to my installer, where we're about to enter this information we get from Google, and there's a link right here in step 4. You click that on your installer, which will open this page, and it will detect the links, and it will show your domain and your folder name here. It won't show mine. It's going to show yours and the files that you need. So there's 8 links in total. You need to copy them and put them into your authorized redirect URIs. So now you're all ready to connect to your Google's API. So you're going to click create. Alright, and it's going to create your ID. Okay, so here's your ID. You're going to copy this. You can get this later from another place, but you just copy it. You can right click it and copy, or you can hit Control C for copy. Alright, and then you're going to go back to your installer, and you're going to put this in as your Google Authorized 2.0 Client ID. Okay, we're going to do the API key afterwards. You could do the API key first if you want, it doesn't matter. I just decided to do the Auth2 Client ID first. And remember, I said there's a second key that goes with it. Here it is. Now notice I just accidentally copied a little space after the C. That's not going to work because it's going to tell me my Google authorization is invalid. It's not going to connect because I have that copied wrong. So make sure you only scroll over the letters and don't copy any extra spaces when you copy this stuff. Okay, so go back to your installer, paste that in as your secret. Alright, once you paste it in your secret, you can go ahead and close this by hitting OK. And here it is now, Jeff's app. Okay, and I'm just going to click on it and show you that you can get the client ID and the secret key from the top here. Again, if you've lost it or need to re-enter it, or perhaps you entered it wrong, because you see, again, I copied with a space there. Okay, so be careful. Make sure you only get the letters and numbers and no extra spaces. Be very, very careful about that. Okay, so there's my app and all my links that are authorized to connect to this app. Okay, now I don't need to do anything here, so I'm just going to hit cancel. Now we need to create our server key for the API key, or the API key. So we're going to go to add credentials again, only this time we're going to pick API key. Alright, we're going to select server key. Alright, now you can name it whatever you want. You could name it YouBackTube Server API key. You could give it any name you want. Okay. Now you have to put in the address of your web server that your web hosting account is on. Okay. Now, to make it easy for you, I've also made the installer show your IP address here. Okay. So this is in step 2 here, create a server type API key, which is what we're doing right now. Okay, and it's going to show your IP address right here. Okay, so this is the IP address of your web hosting server that you're installing YouBackTube on. So you're just going to copy that from there. Okay, go back to Google, your Google account, and enter that IP address right there. Okay, so just paste it in there like that, and then we're going to hit create. Okay, now it's going to just put the IP address in there, but you still need to hit create a second time to generate the key. Okay, so you have to hit create again. It's now creating the API key for you. So again, copy it from the window, and be sure to not do this. See what I've done by mistake there? I've copied that extra space at the end. That's not going to work. Okay, it will cause authorization connection errors, and it will drive you crazy trying to figure out what the problem is. So be very careful not to do that, and copy just the API key. Okay, and then you're going to go back to your installer, and this is the final piece of information. And again, I apologize if that's taken you a few minutes, but there's no other way to do it. Google runs the show, and if we want to connect to their YouTube API, this is the way to do it. Okay, so now you have all your information. You're going to click this button on your installer that says update and log in, and you're finished. You're all set to log in. There is one more thing to do, but I've already designed YouBackTube software to do it for you. Okay, that's the password you entered into the installer, and you just log in. Okay, now the first time you log in, you have to read the agreement. Okay, and then just click the I agree button. If you do not agree with the agreement, don't click that. Click I do not agree. Alright, but if you agree with the terms of use, just go ahead and click the I agree button. Now you're going to be confronted with a couple of warnings when you first installed it, because your installer still exists. Okay, and that's bad because it can allow hackers to do things or manipulate it into a way of possibly, affecting your database. So don't leave that file there. You need to delete it. The other warning is that your connection folder, your directory named connect in your installation, has the wrong channel mod or cmod permissions. It needs to be set to 711, and it's currently set to 755. So you need to adjust that. Now you can do that manually. You can use your FTP client here and just go ahead and delete the install file and change the permissions on the folders and do that. But I've designed YouBackTube to be super easy to use, so I already designed the software to fix these security problems for you. Just click this button that says fix my security, and it will tell you that it's deleted the install file for you, and also corrected the folder permissions on the connect folder for you. So now it's nice and secure, and now you're logged in and ready to use YouBackTube. Thanks very much for purchasing YouBackTube software, and if you have any questions or comments or need any help, you can go to the client area, open a support ticket. You can get your affiliate account activated there. I recommend you do that before you run the installer. You can always add that number later if you go into your admin settings. It's right here, so you can enter it there, and there's another link to go back to your client account and get that affiliate ID, or activate your affiliate account if you don't have it set up yet. Okay, and that's pretty much it for the install video. Thanks everyone for purchasing the software, and again, use your README file to get links for help if you need it. Okay? Have a great day.